My name is Bob Farrar, and I am a medical technologist. I'm a MT ASCP SBB, which is a specialist in blood banking. It's been 50 years since I've been in the laboratory, and it's been 49 years since they've been doing Lab Week. So I've been in 1 year longer than Lab Week has been around. Okay. When I was 16, I started working as an orderly in the emergency room. And I did that in high school. The Boy Scout Explorer group had a 6-week course where you could sit with a physician and he would explain physicals and all that stuff. And I joined the Navy in 1972. I was a Navy corpsman. Started working in surgical ICU and was working on getting my LVN license. And I was on the night shift and bringing down specimens one morning. And one of the guys in the lab says, "Hey, you want to look at this?" And he had a blood smear that had been stained. So I looked at it and he showed me some white cells and so forth. And that was just so neat that I had to know more.
My name is Shelby Reams, and I am a medical technologist. Some of the things that I think people don't realize is the amount of education that we have, as well the amount of time that we spend on quality control. I've always liked doing things with my hands, and why that's important is in the laboratory we use a lot of different pipettes and cylinders and timers. And at that time, there were tests where you were doing one thing with one hand and pressing the timer and adding the sample all at one time. So you needed to have that kind of dexterity. For 30 years, I worked in hematology oncology practices and really became very familiar with lots of different diagnoses in oncology, especially hematology diagnosis like leukemias. When I went up there, the wife was there, and she said, "Can you tell me something? How is this going to help him?" And I said, "Ma'am, this is going to help him by helping him to breathe easier, because the red cells carry oxygen to our lungs, and he's going to be able to breathe more comfortably." And that made all the difference to her. She was so happy and so pleased that she had made a good decision.
My name is Denise Tatlock. I'm the hematology supervisor here at LGMC. From the time I was a young child, I just always pictured myself growing up and working in a lab, just walking around with the test tubes and the beakers and all of the stuff like that, and I just always wanted to do that. This one particular patient would come in and tell us he was a cancer survivor, and he would tell us about his stories, and that he always knew when things were happening, when he was coming out of remission, because he could hear his pulse in his ear. And so he would come in, and he knew when he would come in that things weren't going to be good that day. And so he would wait around for his results, and it was kind of heartbreaking to see that, but also to know that we were there to help him make that next step so that he could get back to where he needed to be. If you like people, if you like science, if you're interested in medicine, it's a really great balance between getting to serve the people that come to wherever you are working, and to be able to serve them in a way that utilizes your own talents. So if you have a desire, if you have that drive to be in a lab setting like a lot of us do, you know, or you're just a science geek in general, you know, just keep looking towards those options. It's such a flexible career because you can work different shifts, so you can, you know, stay home with your family and still work, and you can work part-time, you can work full-time, but just keep in mind that you're there to help others.